Hi, welcome back. For those of you who have been following me, and welcome aboard for those who are new to my video series. This is Biz Coach Ben, Pure Value Business Coaching and Consulting. And the forum that we use for these videos is to take a relevant topic, either nationally or internationally, and talk about it a bit and then bring it into our personal and professional lives from a educational and development perspective. Today we're going to talk about the recent announcement from Oxfam. They're associated with the World Economic Forum that just completed in Switzerland. And the headline is, the gulf between the richest and poorest is wider than previously thought, Oxfam says. It goes on stating that the world's richest 8 billionaires own as much wealth as the poorest 3.6 billion people in the world, roughly 1/2 of the world's population. The The information assembled by Oxfam International is accumulated through regurgitating information from Forbes and also from the Credit Suisse data book, which is a very famous economic guide, and recently updated their work so they have better data for India and China, which was kind of a hole in the past. So the poor half of the world, that 3.6 billion people, their total accumulated wealth is right around $409 billion. So that's the number we're looking at here. The article goes on to state that if you took all the billionaires in the world, which is there's at the time of the article 1,810 billionaires, they possess as much wealth as 70% of the world's population. So clearly, what we've known and what we've heard is getting worse. The gap between the very rich and the very poor is growing, and the squeeze on the middle class continues. So the other part that's very, very important here to understand is that when they talk about poor, they're really talking about very, very poor people, not just kind of ideally poor or indebted with credit card debt or other kinds of issues, student loans, car loans and home loans, that kind of thing. When I look at this, the question is, what can we do about it? What can the average person, the average business owner, the average laborer in the market, the average manager, executive in a corporate structure, what can we do about it? I'm a member of Business Network International. My chapter meets every Thursday. And one of the wonderful things that I'm finding, we have a fairly large chapter, over 50 members, is that amount of giving back that the business owners and participants in my BNI share with each other every single week. This particular week, have a business owner. She started 6 years ago with a Liberty Tax franchise, now has 3 of them. And the amount of give back to her community that she and her husband do is quite amazing, including gifts at Christmas, Santa Claus visits, Thanksgiving dinners, you name it, they're out there, they're giving back. I personally share time and effort, as I said in my last video, through the Caneo Open Space Trails Advisory Committee. We build trails, we help organize work crews, work with the rangers, guide people, get them exercising, getting them to enjoy the open space that we're blessed to have in my community, and many other things, including free coaching from time to time. So part of what we're looking at here is, what is our attitude? And we know from the definition of success, there are 3 elements to success as defined in the Carnegie Triangle. Those are skills, knowledge, and attitude. with attitude being the predominant factor towards success. And when we look at what is success, we like to do an approach called diamond mapping. Now there's actually 7 areas that we can set our measurements of how we're succeeding, how we're achieving our goals, how happy we are, how satisfied we are with our lives. But in diamond mapping, pick the big 4, what I call the big 4. That's your business, your career, your relationships, and your social and community. Each and every one of us can make an impact. Even a small one can go a long ways when accumulated by the billions of people out there. And I encourage you to look for those opportunities to give back, to help others, and even more so, look for opportunities to grow your business, grow your organization. And as you grow and you train new people coming in, or existing employees with new skills, you're actually giving back to your community. And I want you to take this thought into mind. What do you want to be? What do you want to do? And what do you want to have? And then begin to develop a strategy, and below the strategy, goals to accomplish that. And use diamond mapping as a method, and do it often. You know, at least a couple, 3 times a week, I'll do a diamond map and see where I am, because we find ourselves moving around quite often in what we are doing well and what we're not doing well in each of the sectors. If you want to know more about diamond mapping, you can reach out to me. I'll tell you about that at the end, and happy to share the methodology in more detail with you. The other part of attitude is the flip side of the coin, which is cognitive dissonance. And the definition of cognitive dissonance is the state of having inconsistent thoughts, beliefs, attitudes, and especially relating to behavioral decisions and attitudinal change. Now, when we look harder at the list of the wealthy 8 that was discussed, we find that there are some interesting dilemmas going on there. The list consists of this: Bill Gates, number 1 at 70 billion. Amancio Ortega, the wealthy clothier in Europe, his company is Inditex, 67 billion. Warren Buffett, of course, the well-known Warren Buffett and Berkshire Hathaway at 61 billion, just under. Carlos Slim Helú, also a very famous investor, builder of businesses, very much in the vein of Warren Buffett. His main company is Grupo Carso, 50 billion. Jeff Bezos of Amazon, 45 billion. Mark Zuckerberg, Facebook, 44.6 billion. Larry Ellison, Oracle, 43.6 billion, and Michael Bloomberg, 40.0 billion. Now, when I looked at that list, something jumped out at me, and it jumped out at me from the perspective of attitude. The thing I identified was that each of these individuals made all their wealth in their lifetime. They didn't start out rich. They didn't start out even as millionaires or even thousandaires. They started out as ordinary people and built their businesses and built their wealth with it. What that tells me is that it's possible for every single individual out there that has a strong enough vision, a strong enough desire, is regimented, has goals, written goals, handwritten with paper, and aligns their time to accomplish their goals, they can do great things. Everybody's vision of what they want in life is different. So accomplishing great things needs to be in alignment with that vision and the core values that you stand for. And if we're able to use the diamond mapping as a method to see where we are, get our activities in alignment with that vision and do more, especially in giving back to our community, training our employees rather, building our teams, and expanding our footprint in our local communities and outward, then in our own way, we're making a big difference. And for a select few of you, you'll be able to move on to great things. I know there's billionaires out there that haven't yet been honored with that crown yet, and they're in this group. I don't know who you are, but it's possible. Keep going, keep moving, keep believing, and keep doing. Set big goals. We call it BHAG, your big, hairy, audacious goal. Set it, be clear, and have a lot of fun doing it. Keep balanced. It's very important. The balance helps you keep going, and it keeps you fulfilled. And be a member of local Chamber of Commerce's. I highly recommend Business Network International. It's a great organization. You get like-minded, business-oriented people, but they have this overarching strategy and approach. Their theme is givers gain, and they do give back, and they give to each other, and they help each other grow their businesses and grow their families and support all the things that they're doing. It's wonderful. Try it out if you haven't tried it before. There's other organizations out there that are very similar as well. Now, I want you to have a great day today. Keep it going. We'll come back tomorrow, Friday the 20th, Inauguration Day, and we'll be basing our presentation on the presidential inauguration tomorrow. Look forward to seeing you. Now, you can follow me on Facebook, BizCoachBen, Twitter, BizCoachBen, or my first name, last name, Ben Pumphrey, on LinkedIn. You can also use that to book a 15 or 30-minute consultation with me. Doesn't cost you anything. There's no commitment. You bring your issue to the table and we'll talk about it. You do that, Ben Pumphrey, through Calendly. So just put Ben Pumphrey Calendly on Google and I'll pop right up and you can schedule that time frame. I look forward to talking to each of you in the future and continuing this series. Hope you're enjoying it. If you are, like it, send your comments. Comments are really important. They mean a lot to me and I take them to heart. So I do appreciate those as well. Have a great day. Bye-bye.